to be finished there for the evening. I have them rollers welded in, but I have to kind of half welded just in case I take them off again. That time lapse you seen, I rolled the body back 11 foot is what I think the ram is in that truck. That was the first setting, and this just about cleared at this bit here, so I'm going to grind them down to flush to nothing and get them out of there altogether. That one there, and the second marking I came down to was 13.5 feet. If I'm changing that ram, I can put an extra 4 foot on it. I can bring it to 14 foot. Maybe it's 10 foot rams on it. I think it's 14 foot I go to. So I rolled it off 13 foot. And a small bit here is to be taken off. And it's just that bit in there that was rubbing. But all that can be changed if I do that. And yeah, it's just welding this. I'm taking my time. And doing this took ages. For welding up here, I was thinking about doing it with the stick welder, arc welder. Seems to be a lot less heat in it. And I'd like to put it on the truck to weld it, so I might put it on the truck and weld the top side with stick welder. And I'm just going to have to take my time. It's going to take me a long time to do that. And then I have to put the floor in and weld that, so I was thinking about doing that with stick welder as well. And my plan is, if I don't get my turbo and stuff in soon, because if I had the turbo here, I could run the hydraulics, and I could have measured where all these cuts were and before these rollers were welded on. I could have checked it all out and had it on the truck, but I had to kind of guess it. And I was lucky it worked out the way it is. Only smaller bits to change. So yeah, the thing is, I'm going to make up the pin for the ram, and then I'm going to start on the headboard. I'll leave that there. The dog's driving me fucking cracked. And the whole day fucking about with this. I'm slowly working my way up that side. When I get to the bottom, I don't need all the clamps because there's only a 15mm gap between the top and the box iron. I can just weld it. I don't think it'll warp, and if it does, it doesn't really bother me that much. So yeah, I'm just slowly welding that. I'm welding every second one, letting it cool off, and then come back welding in between the gap, and then I'll move all the clamps up. I'll keep welding in between the clamps. Just in between that, I'm kind of trying to knock out stupid jobs like just rounding that off and patching that in. The next two jobs I have to do is start preparing for the pin bracket, whatever bracket I'm going welding in there. I'd really like to have it on the truck, because I don't want to go drilling inch holes or however big the pin is. I have a pin there somewhere for it. Actually, it looks a bit small. I think it's bigger than that. Here it is. Don't know what that is. Because I'm going to weld the 70mm box, 2 holes through that, and then I'm going to make up brackets. I'm doing this 2-inch box. I'm welding from here to here, along here. I'm going to do another one here. Just so this and this end plate is all joined together to try and stop flexing on the tail, just where I've chopped out the bottom. And the pin is going to be here. I think it's 2 inches off here the pin is going to be. So I'm going to have cross bracing going across. I want to brace this all up kind of looking like that. I have the box section on it. I kind of don't know what that's going to look like until I have the body on the truck and I'm making it up. I really want the hydraulics working for that. So I don't want to put the pin on and then for me to stretch the ram out, and the ram's obviously going to move up and down a bit. There's some play in there. I don't want it to get caught on the body or the subframe, so I kind of want to leave that totally until the hydraulics is running. So the other job I was thinking about doing now is the headboard, and I'm going to get one toolbox. I'm going to make one good steel toolbox out of the two that's inside the truck, put that above the winch, and then I'm going to have storage just for maybe brooms and stuff, because there's so much storage in this truck. It's I'll be able to fit all my tools in it from the garage nearly. I'll leave that there. I'm going to get the toolboxes out, and the side skirts that went down the side of the truck, they're big enough to use as the airframe, so I'm going to reuse that steel. I haven't done much recording over the last little while. It's just been all welding. This whole frame has been welded. The only thing that hasn't been welded in is these. They're only tacked in really well. But next time I turn it over, they'll be welded in because they're waiting where they are. Turbo for my truck still hasn't came in. Jeez, it's 9/11 now. So it's the 11th, yeah. Tomorrow is the 11th September, so it's gone over a month now. Well, so I might end up just buying another turbo locally. I looked at a few places around Ireland just to get the turbo when I was looking first, and emails went to spam. I only found them a couple of weeks ago, so I think I might just send off my unit and send it off as a core and get a cheaper turbo just to stick in it. But I've welded everything. I didn't record because I welded up each side, top and bottom. I'm on my second roll of MIG wire, 15 kg one, but it's 1 mil wire, so it goes by weight. So I think there's not that as much in it as a 0.8. There's a lot more in a 0.8 roll. First sheet is just cut out here. There's a good bit left on the edge. My plan now is to cut this one out and maybe this one, because I want this one doesn't bother me. I want this one to be centered on the end of the sheet, so it meets the next one centered. I want to make sure these are all right. That doesn't bother me because there's never going to be any weight up on it. What I've done under here, you can't see it. This is one thing I meant to record but I didn't. I have cross pieces in there with steel, and this is where my winch has been mounted here. Once I get that drilled out, I'll put all this back on again. This is a pulley block for the winches that I've just tacked together. It's going to go across the bed, but there's no point trying to explain that. I'll just show it probably in the next video whenever it comes out. Just trying to get this matched up. I have to cut these out, but I don't want to cut these out until I make sure I have these ones with the weight on it, that the end of the sheets are dead center. So I don't want to be shifting up and down and leaving a gap. So my next job, I'm going here now again, but my next job is I'll probably cut these two out to fit, or just slide that one down, and I'll definitely want 3, and then I'll start tacking them in. I won't record much of that either because it's just all fucking welding. I'll be welding, there'll be full welds on this side, right down the side where this one joins here. Hopefully there'll be a small gap, and I can just run a weld down the middle of it, welding the box and catching the two sides. I'm going to weld all around, and then on the bottom I'm just going to probably do a couple of stitches there, maybe the corners, and then along. Yeah, that's that done then. And then for my headboard is going to be bolted on. I have 4 bolts there, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to go in there. I need to order another sheet of steel. It's going to be 3 mil sheet. I'm going to cut it in half, fold the edges in, and kind of do a round, so that'll be kind of on its own. I was thinking about welding it in. It'd just be a hassle. It'd be nice to be able to take it off if I ever want to slide the body off again, or take the headboard off for any reason, or do work on the body or changes. Bolting is probably the easiest way for me. Right, if you're liking these videos, just like them, subscribe, hit the thumbs up. At least when most people who watch these videos, I think 80% of people who watch these videos are subscribed, so if you do that, I just want to see I get up to 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, this will come along quick now. I'll be painting it soon. I ran along and I cut all the sheets to fit. To fit just roughly, to fit in the squares, but I haven't cut out the square for a snatch block here. But they all fit otherwise, they all fit lengthways. And I cut out this end cap as well in a piece. So I use the plasma cutter just to rip them. And I'm actually gonna use it. I wasn't gonna use the plasma cutter, but I used it here just to cut. I fitted this one perfectly. That's the way it's gonna be. It's gonna be a small dip down. So all these holes are what is it? That's 4 to 6 mil higher than the floor. So any water that falls on here, or diesel or petrol, won't automatically run at them holes. It'll give me time to put down soakage pads. But I came forward one because this is I want to get this one square, and work my way down and have them all square. And this one I'll fit on its own. I don't mind it being a bit skewed, but everything worked out perfect. It's it's 25 mil there on that 50 mil on each one on the way down, so all the cross pieces worked out perfect. My plan tomorrow now is just clamp this one down, stitch it in really well, get a couple of stitches in from the bottom, and then I'll probably work my way down. 1, 2, these 3, and I'll get this one fitting, but I won't weld it in because I have to do the pin for the ram, sliding ram. Then once they're in, I'll get this one. I have all the holes, 28 holes something to drill out of this as well. I can do that one last, or whenever it's rain or something, I'll do that. I can't go outside. Alright, I'll leave that there.